Hello, in this video we are going to study about the selection sort algorithm. Selection sort algorithm finds the smallest value in the array and it puts that smallest value in the beginning of the array. And it considers the smallest value as the sorted part and the rest value lying in the array becomes the unsorted part. So repeatedly we have to follow this process in order to sort the values in ascending order. If we have to sort the values in descending order, then from the whole array, we have to choose the largest value and put it in the beginning, and we have to follow this process repeatedly in order to sort the array into the descending order. Let's see the algorithm for selection sort. We have to use the for loop starting from 1 to n minus 1. I is equals to 1 to n minus 1. So beginning of the array, I will be set to 1 and the loop will run till n minus 1. Why the loop runs till n minus 1 and why not n? Let's see that. Here n is equals to 6 but the loop will run till n minus 1. It's because when we have the value at the end and once all the values are sorted, then we don't need to sort the last value because it automatically gets sorted. Therefore we don't need to waste time and sort this value. Therefore the loop will run till n minus 1. Once we have set I is equals to 1, initially the smallest will be set to I. Whatever is the value of I, that will become smallest. Next loop is running from j is equals to I plus 1 to n, and then j will be the next element. Here if I is equals to 1, so j will be 2. Then we have to compare j with the smallest value. Initially the smallest will be I. The I value is going to be smallest and the smallest is going to be compared with j. 12 is smallest, considered to be smallest initially, and 12 is compared with j, that is 9. So the value present at j is 9, which is smallest than I. Then it means that 12 is not the smallest and 9 is smallest so far. So smallest will become 9. Then our j value will be the value which is present at this third index. Then we will compare this value with 9. So 9 is greater and 3 is smaller. So now smallest will become 3. And similarly, it is compared with next and next and next. Once we go through all the values in the array and we find that the particular value is the smallest, then this will come to the first position. So now 12 and 3 will be swapped. So in this way, the swapping occurs. So the last step of the array is, once you find the smallest value, you have to swap it with the value which is present at the index of I of the array. And this process is done repeatedly. Let's see this example. I is equals to 1 here. We have to run the loop from 1 to n minus 1. Now I is equals to 1 and j is equals to I plus 1. So I plus 1 is 2. Therefore j is pointing here. 12 and 9 is compared and 9 is smaller, so smallest will become 9. Next 9 and 3 is compared and 3 is smaller than 9, so smallest will become 3. Next 3 and 7 is compared and 3 is smallest for now. Then 3 and 14 will be compared and then 11. So we find that 3 is smallest. So 3 and this value, it will be exchanged, will be swapped. As here we have swap I and smallest. So I is 12 and we have to swap it with the smallest value, which is 3. So here 3 and 12 is swapped. Now the sorted subarray is 3 and the unsorted subarray is 9, 12, 7, 14, 11. So this whole array is divided into two halves. The first half is the sorted subarray and the second half is the unsorted subarray. So let's see the next step. Again, here we have to start from 9 till 11 because 3 is now sorted and we are not going to do anything with 3. Now 9 and 12 will be compared, and 9 is set to smallest initially, but then 12 is greater than 9, so nothing happens. 7 and 9 will be compared, and we find that 7 is lesser than 9, so now smallest will become 7. And then we have 14, so 14 is not lesser, 11 is also not lesser than 7, so in this case 7 is smallest, so 9 and 7 will be exchanged, and we think of 7 as sorted. So here we have exchanged 9 and 7. So 3 and 7 are sorted now. 9, 12, 14 and 11 are unsorted. Now we think of 9 as the smallest and we compare 9 with 12, but we find that 9 is smallest. Then 9 and 14, 9 is smallest. 9 and 11, 9 is smallest. So in next iteration we have the same array. Now, next we think of 12 as the smallest and compare it with the 14, but 14 is greater than 12, and 12 is compared with 11. Now 11 is smallest, so 11 and 12 will be exchanged. Now we think of 3, 7, 9 and 11 as sorted, 12 and 14 are not sorted. Now in next iteration 14 will be smallest, 14 and 12 is compared, 12 is smallest, so 12 and 14 will be exchanged. This becomes our sorted array. In next video, we will see the best case, worst case and average case of the selection sort algorithm, and we are also going to see the time complexity of selection sort algorithm. Thank you for watching.